Hi, my name is Ingrid Johnson. I'm a master's degree exercise physiologist here in San Diego, California, specializing in exercises for people with Parkinson's. Today, I want to introduce you to some of the most amazing pieces of equipment that I have recently purchased that have made a huge difference in my health and well-being. You see, after I turned 60, I started getting small aches and pains. I had a little bit of a sticky shoulder, maybe on its way to being a frozen shoulder, and also some hip pain. So I went to the doctors, and I recommend everybody go to the doctor first. She sent me to X-ray, so take an X-ray, and then she sent me to physical therapy, or you also might know it as rehab. So physical therapy was amazing, and the first thing that I received at the physical therapy office was treatment with this body blade. So I purchased one for myself because it made an amazing difference, huge difference. So the way you work the body blade is, the easiest way is of course with gravity. And what this body blade does is it oscillates 4.5 times per second. So not only does it then strengthen your small muscles that are around your joint, but it also connects neuromuscularly. So the neurological connection is that you are feeling the pushback of when you're vibrating the body blade. Fantastic piece of equipment. I recommend it highly for people with Parkinson's, because people with Parkinson's, you need to keep the neurological connection to your muscles. It also helps you with balance. So it's, many things you can do with it. It comes with about 60, 70 exercises, and you can stand on one leg and then you're vibrating. And of course, it shakes your balance a little bit, which then improves your balance. So I recommend this highly. I get it from Body Blade, the company itself. The second thing that made a huge difference for my hip pain are these little melt balls, and they're called MELT balls from the company MELT. And what MELT stands for is myofascial elongation lengthening technique. And so it is really a highly scientifically researched equipment that hydrates your fascia. So a lot of times aches and pains in muscles come from your fascia not getting the hydration. And so there should be some interchange in the cellular system, and that can just simply get sticky or not if it's not used. So I started using this under my feet, and I would put it under the balls of my feet, and it comes with a chart on where to put the balls and how to move the body forward and back. And as you can see, even this little bit really challenges the balance. And a lot of my trainers, teacher trainers who I look up to, have done research and really talk about how your feet affect the rest of your body, including back pain. And I have to say, the following things that I did for about a week completely eliminated this little hip SI joint pain. So this is for the feet, but you can also use this for your hands. So you take the ball and you place it under your hand, and you can then, again, according to the chart, you move it back and forth according to what how the chart shows you to move. And there are different pressure points underneath your hands, and you can also massage the other with the other hand. Again, it's all very simple, explains very well. And these particular melt balls are specifically, the tension is specific to the fascia. So it's not the same as taking a tennis ball. It's really not. And this comes in a little pouch. You can order on Amazon or through Melt itself. And again, it's very easy to use. The next thing that helped me, and people with Parkinson's say that they lose grip strength. So this is called an exerciser, and it really fits well into the palm. I think better than just a ball. And you can use it for grip strength, and of course you can use it for in between. So it has a varying thickness, and I think that's very useful and very ergonomic. I have this in my car, and it's a great stress reliever, let me tell you, when you're out driving. So the next thing that I've also used is something called Hedgehog Balance Pods. Hedgehog Balance Pods were sort of accidentally given to me by a friend who was moving, and I started doing some research on them, and I found them to be amazingly effective for waking up a lot of the nerve endings that are in the bottom of your feet. Again, the bottoms of the feet, I've now been doing a lot of reading on and studying on them, and they are so vital to the rest of the body. So you can start with just the heels down, and you can also stand on them for balance. And again, this comes with lots of exercises, and you can also find a lot of exercises on YouTube. One of the best things here is having the heels on, and you can certainly go back and forth for balance, but it's also great for squats. When the heels are elevated and you're doing a squat, it takes out the calf tightness that you might have, so you can work your quadriceps and your glutes much better. So sometimes the calves restrict your your tension, so flexibility is what I'm looking for. Okay, so moving on to something, all these things have really made a huge difference. So I'm not just recommending things that are things, but things that have made a huge difference. So the next thing that made a huge difference, well, let me start with this, is toe socks. And I didn't realize the value of toe socks, but I use them when I teach Pilates, and always have, and I didn't realize how much they really help to keep your toes separated. So these have sticky pads underneath them, and you can wear them all day long, really. They feel fabulous, and they help keep your toes separated. So what happens is, as we get older and we've worn shoes, our toes, sometimes I've seen people have a toe that's over another toe. And what that's really doing is not only that it's uncomfortable and bad for your anatomy, but it makes your footprint smaller, so it's harder to balance. So in addition to toe socks, I got these that are toe spacers, and I've seen several. These are the best, and they're from a company called The Gait Happens. Also, they come with an instruction, and you just put them in between your toes. Now, the instruction manual also shows you how to put them on if you need to modify them. There are certain ways you can cut them up a little bit that they still work great. They're developed by two doctors, female doctors, and are fabulous. So I put them on like so, and as you can see, they keep your toes apart. I suppose you could wear them in shoes. I don't, because I really want to make sure that my toes, they flex well, but they're great for around the house. And the last piece that I want to show you is a dowel rod. Very simple dowel rod, helps you to stretch in many ways. For me, it was great for my shoulder, so I put it behind my shoulder, and I can use it to stretch my shoulder. I can also use it for like an exercise. So I can move up and down, up and down. And this is a good shoulder stretch. I reach and I just pull with my other hand and pulls the shoulder back. So this is a good one. This is also a good piece of equipment to practice your balance, your leg swings, very important to keep the hips moving, and also your calf raises. Like I said, the feet are so important in keeping your hips and your back healthy and pain-free. So thanks for watching. These are some of my newest pieces of equipment that I found improves your health and life immensely. See you again next time.